Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf has announced that he is stepping down. The Pakistani leader spent the last hour fiercely defending his administration's track record. He was facing the threat of impeachment. Mr. Musharraf said his opponents had leveled false accusations against him. He also said that he had always put the country first and had worked in good faith in the face of challenges, including militancy and economic problems. Mr. Musharraf also cited human rights progress in Pakistan. The country's ruling coalition was preparing to file impeachment charges against Mr. Musharraf on Tuesday. A leader of Pakistan's Senate has said Mr. Musharraf was to be charged with violating the constitution and gross misconduct. The former army chief faced huge pressure from the governing coalition to step down before it launched the first impeachment proceedings in Pakistan's 61-year history. And we earlier spoke to Professor Ishtaq Ahmed, a visiting senior research fellow at the Institute of South Asian Studies at the National University of Singapore. He told us more about the timing of Pervez Musharraf's announcement.
Well, I think it was due any time. He had been consulting his closest aides, and so the timing is not ruled by anything else except that he ultimately realized that he stood no chance of continuing as the president, and if he continued to defy the mood of the people, there might be an uprising, popular demonstrations and so forth. So it's ultimately his own realization. This should have come already when he lost, or his party lost the elections on the 18th of February. It was late by many months, I think.
He also told us how this would affect the country's political landscape.
Well, first of all, it's not clear who would be the next president. The Americans, I'm sure, would have a voice ultimately in the selection because American influence on Pakistan is very profound. But at the moment, we are not sure who could be the candidate. There has been some mention of a woman being elected as president. So if that happens, we just have to see who that person could be.
And earlier, I also spoke with Channel News Asia's reporter Akhtar Jamal in Islamabad, and he examines Mr. Musharraf's speech and what led to his decision.
Yes, the president, recounted the progress and development made by his about 9-year rule. And he said the people wanted a solution to the problems and forget the past. He said that masses wanted stabilization of the government from elected representatives. He also said that instead of reconciliation, a new wave of confrontation had begun. And he said that accusation of conspiracy from the President House were completely baseless. He also said that unfortunately the coalition government had decided to impeach me. So finally he said that he wanted to save Pakistan from more crisis and economic crisis particularly. So he decided to step down.
Did he say that with acceptance, or was it more of regret?
You see, in the beginning of the speech, he was proud of his and the government, what he ruled for 9 years. Towards the end of the speech, his mood was more reconciliatory, and he was perhaps regretting